Alright, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my thoughts on Armored Core 5 for the Xbox 360. What's up? Alright, so I'm gonna be honest, I don't play mech games very often because there really aren't that many, so I kinda just went into this very blindly. The only experience I've ever had with Armored Core, which, I mean, I've never watched a single video for it. I've rented one of the games, like fucking, I don't even know, like 11 years ago. For the it was either the PS1 or PS2, I can't really remember. And so all I really knew about Armored Core going into this was it's a fast-paced mech game where you create your mech and stuff like that. So with that said, let's just jump into it. Alright, so story. I don't know. The story is pretty non-existent in this game. I mean, there is a story, but it's very bare, very average, if not below average. You basically play a unnamed soldier who basically you just build a mech one day. You could be a soldier, you could be a fucking civilian. You never really know. They don't develop your character because you aren't a character. You are a mech. For who? Maybe you're a fucking mech. I don't know. So you basically you're part of this rebellion who's trying to overthrow this guy named Father, right? My guess is he's, you know, maybe some conqueror, some guy. Maybe he's the president. I don't know. They don't explain him at all. So you're a rebellion trying to overthrow this guy Father, where then you'll have this group called the what are they called? They're the corporation. The corporation. Watch out. They're trying to come after your ass, but they're kind of not trying to kill you. They're just trying to mess with everybody. They're not really siding with anybody. They're just doing their own thing. And you know, throughout the game, you'll speak to the leader of them. You'll speak to his assistant. You'll talk to your guys, which you'll have like shit. What the hell were their names? They were so small, I don't even remember. There was like Rosary. She was like the she basically, if you need to go to the garage during the battle, she'll like fly her ship in. She'll give you like new ammo. You can change your weapons around, change your mech around, stuff like that. And then there was a dude who was like your strategy master. He's like the strategist guy. He's telling you like, alright, so they're gonna be flanking you from the left quadrant of the map. Get prepared, man. And then you'll have the main leader. She's like the battle. She's like, I guess she's the leader. Yeah, she's the one giving the orders basically. Fran, I think her name was. And the other guy's name was Leon. That's it. Very shitty side characters. They're very poorly developed. I mean, through the course of the game, you'll see Fran. Her character's slightly developed. She's kind of like this cautious, unwordy leader she doesn't really have the balls to say like the orders right away. Like, so Leon's basically put in a position of giving you orders instead of her when she's supposed to or whatever. So she's kind of like a nervous wreck and shit. Eventually she'll be pretty badass. She's like, go kick their fucking ass, man. You got Rosary. She's basically your ballsy chick who's, I don't take shit from nobody. Go kick ass. You know, she basically fucks around a lot with the Leon guy. Leon's constantly, be serious, this is a serious operation. And I'm thinking like, it's not serious because for one, I don't have any backup. Okay, there's no backup in this game at all. You don't have anybody. You don't have any other armored cores fighting with you. You don't have any tanks. You don't have any helicopters. Because throughout this game, dude, you're fighting an army of helicopters and tanks and armored cores and defense armored cores and assault armored cores, and then there's these missiles that shoot out tentacle bombs. It's crazy. But for a rebellion, they seem to basically put all of their funds into my armored core, which it was a smart decision because mine basically blows the tits out of everything that comes in front of me. But it's a very weird tactic to be a rebellion, just to fund your shit all into one guy, into one mech. So with that said, I mean the story is very shitty. Basically, that's it. The story missions, there's only 9 of them. You're not playing this game for the story. What they do also is they try to add in these order missions, which are just kind of side objectives that you can do at any time. There's like 80 of those. They're just basically mini objectives that would have been in the story mode if they wanted to. Basically, it'll be like eliminate every enemy. Go one-on-one against this armored core. Go 1-on-2 against these 2 armored cores. They're a bitch. You basically blow through these things either within 30 seconds or 4 minutes. Some of them get a little frustrating because they basically nail your nuts to the wall and ask you to try to get down. So it's a little hard to do that. But I mean, I blew through all of the story and order missions in probably, I'd say, under 10 hours for sure. that's my story. I mean, the orders, they do kind of add a little bit of story in there. Just they introduced this group called the Zodiacs, which the Rosary Girl was, I guess, a part of, and then she leaves. And they basically at the end of each mission they'll have a little bit of story like, so you left them? Why? I wasn't comfortable there. And like, it's like I don't give a fuck. I'm killing all these guys, and you have no problem with it. Let's do it. So with the story, I'm gonna disapprove because this game is not for story at all. This is not a story. This is weird. Gameplay, it's a pretty average mech game, really. You're given a shitload of money in the beginning. You basically develop a mech. You buy parts, you buy decals, you buy weapons, you buy anything basically, and there's a lot of customization. You could go with, do I want tank wheels or do I want feet? Do I want back inverted feet or do I want feet that go outward? Do I want feet that go out sideways? Like, there's a lot of different chassis and like ways you can build your foundation basically. And then from there you build your core, which is where your character is situated. And you build your head, you build your back, you build your arms, and then these all have unique stats. Everything is very stat based in this game. And then you get into the weapons, which honestly this game has a lot of fucking weapons. Not a lot of, well, variety wise. The weapons themselves, they only have like maybe anywhere between 4 and 10 weapons in that category. So you got your pistols, you got your machine guns, you got your plasma machine guns, you got your fucking proton machine guns, you got your shotguns, you got your snipers, you got your sniper cannons, you got your howitzers, you got your heat howitzers. The list goes on. I mean, they're fairly standard weapons. You got weapons that you charge, you got weapons that you shoot, then they reload. You'll have it's a pretty good variety of weapons. I think there should have been a little bit more customization with the weapons. Like, they do a little bit. They give you specialization in like, do I want it to do more damage? Do I want it to reload faster? Do I want it to have better accuracy? They should have, like, maybe you could level it up from level 1 to 5 or something like that. Just so you're not stuck with these weapons that don't really feel like they're getting stronger. Yeah, like I said before, you basically have story missions and order missions, very straightforward. Kill these enemies, survive this length, get to this place before this time limit. That's basically the missions. One thing this game does interestingly though is the online. You're basically connected to the online immediately. You start a clan, which you can either create or join a clan. I joined a clan in this case. I basically went online right away and got my dick ripped off, and this dude's like, hey, why don't you join my clan? I joined his clan and bam, I unlock every fucking clan achievement right away. From like getting to level 50 is the highest achievement level that you have to get to. I did that right away, but I mean, I don't even know what level the clans rank at. I mean, this clan I'm in is level like 130 something. So for all I know, it could go up to 500, it could go up to 200, I don't know. But basically from there you can go co-oping with bitches, you can take on like other clans for territory, which is very cool. And it shows the clan name right above it too, which is really nice. It felt a lot like Chromehound. They're trying to emulate Chromehounds pretty hard. I mean, they are the same developers, so I can see why. But they didn't pull it off as well as Chromehounds did. This game just doesn't have the simplicity as Chromehounds did. Most of the time I'm looking through these menus and I don't know what half this shit says. I just kind of skip through it. With that said, the only thing interesting about gameplay is the multiplayer. Gameplay itself is very, very unnecessarily complex and average. I will approve gameplay though, just because I like games that try to combine the single player and the multiplayer experience. That's the only thing I like about this game. So approve that. Going into sound, I disapprove immediately. Okay, the voice acting sucks my balls. The music is unneeded. I don't recognize a single song in that game. You might as well just turn it off immediately. There's no point to the sound in this game. I mean, the sound itself, it's pretty average. Okay, I'm not gonna go too far into that because I'm shitting on it already. Likes and dislikes? Yeah, I've already really covered that. Likes, basically, yeah, there's pretty cool, interesting online system. That's it. Dislikes, I'd say the repetition is horrible. You basically, every level looks the same, and when you're doing the order missions, you basically have 5 levels that you play through. So you'll get used to these levels because you play them like 12 times each. It gets very annoying. I think that's about it for my dislikes too. I mean, I hate a lot more, but they just come off to me as just average features. That they're not really dislikes. Overview. Yeah, oh god. Don't buy this game unless you're a die-hard either Armored Core fan or like a fucking mech fetishist. There's no reason to play this game unless you're one or two of those. It's so average. This between the story, the sound, and the gameplay, it's not necessary. There's no reason to play this game. So with that said, that's all I can say about it. Rent it if you're curious, or buy it if you're a mech fan or whatever. I'm not buying this game. I'm never probably playing it again. That's it.